Welcome potentials, red pills, and anomalies. For the next few days, yours truly will be embarking on a personal mission that makes it impossible for me to transmit to you the wonders of the Matrix. So until I return, I will be leaving you in the company of a fellow red pill. Thank you for the support, and I will see you soon with more Matrix Explained.
The Merovingian is one of the mightiest characters in the Matrix universe. This X-operating system has become a threat, not only to humanity itself, but also for the whole system. Over time, he has accumulated a lot of resources in order to fight a war that we don't really understand. But if something is clear, is that his goal is the absolute conquering of the machines. Matrix 4 will show us the return of many characters, and the Merovingian is surely one of them. This makes us speculate about the possible reasons why we'll have these characters coming back in some shape or form. Some of these ideas go from time travel to even fake realities that exist out of the Matrix. What would you think if I told you that the Neo we will see in Matrix 4 will not be the same Neo of the original films, because this one will be a Merovingian weapon? Want to know what exactly we're talking about? Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
According to various Matrix 4 leaks, we know that Neo and Trinity will be back, and we even know that Trinity could pretty much end up having the same powers as the integral anomaly. This is because there is a scene where she is jumping off from a building, then taking Neo's hand and flying upwards to the sky. In other leaked scenes, we saw a quite peculiar looking Neo, walking through some streets as if he didn't remember who he had been. And we also see scenes of a big group of people in pursuit of Neo and Trinity through those same streets. This kind of tells us that Neo and Trinity may both be inside a simulation, and neither of them remembers what happened before they got to that point. This theory proposes that in Matrix 4, we may not see a simulation created by the architect, but one created by the Merovingian. Let me explain this in detail. In the previous trilogy, the Merovingian showed the ability of modifying and creating matrix codes, like when he used a pastry in order to manipulate the woman at the restaurant. We also know that he has other programs working for him, programs that are capable of creating their own simulations or constructs, similar to the Train Man. It isn't so far-fetched to believe that it is possible for the Merovingian to have created city constructs in order to train or trap programs within them, until he had the need to use them. You may be asking yourself how Neo and Trinity can be inside this alternate Merovingian simulation. In another video, we talked about how Persephone's key could have had a double purpose. Maybe Persephone has the ability of copying the code of anyone she kisses, sort of like a code vampire, so she could later on reproduce the codes she stole for the Merovingian's convenience. Even though Persephone betrayed the Merovingian, we see her with him in Matrix Revolutions as if nothing ever happened. Maybe this whole betrayal was a ruse in order for her to steal Neo's code, as she probably did with Niobe and Ghost when she kissed them in the past. We also know that there is a holographic representation of Neo and Trinity in the Red Pill training construct, the one used to train the kid in one of the comics. With this kind of resource, the Merovingian could create its own copies of Trinity and Neo without having to copy them directly. If Persephone copied the integral anomaly, this could be the reason why Neo is apparently back, a copy of his code manifested within the Merovingian's construct. That is a possible solution for Neo's appearance. But what about Trinity? The fact that we see Trinity flying and doing all sorts of crazy stuff could tell us that Trinity is serving a teacher role. Maybe she is not the original Trinity, but a program created by the Merovingian in order to train his own copy of Neo, or integral anomaly. But then, why would the Merovingian do all this? If we really get to see a copy of Neo, trapped in a Merovingian construct, this could be telling us how the Merovingian adds soldiers to his ranks and why they are so loyal to him. Maybe the Merovingian sort of brainwashes programs in this construct, one that was especially created for this purpose. This way, she could turn anything into a weapon he can use in the Matrix. Now, If this theory is true, then it means that we will see how the Merovingian manipulated his copy of Neo in his construct in order to add him to his ranks. Maybe the Merovingian realized that the best way to beat the Oracle is to create a copy of the integral anomaly and turn it against her. But is there any clue that can point in this direction? The actor Lambert Wilson affirmed that the Merovingian has gone through many things during these last 20 years. He is someone different as we saw him last time. This indicates that his story will be important in Matrix 4. We know that the Merovingian during the events, the Matrix Online, stayed at war and fought to destroy the truce between humans and machines. So if anyone could be the villain in the next movie, it would be him, and a weapon that would make him unstoppable, which would be the integral anomaly's copy. This would also be a very important twist for Neo, to realize that he is simply a copy of an anomaly that existed in another version of the Matrix, to realize not only that his world is not real, but that he is not real either, and that he was simply created to serve the schemes of a rebellious program. Even though in my opinion, this is one of the less likely theories, it is an example of the paths this story could take with resourceful characters like the Merovingian, and this, without a doubt, would be something fascinating to see. As an additional note, I think a Merovingian movie or series telling us his story is necessary. A series that shows us how he rebelled against the system after becoming obsolete, how he helped other exiles escape, and how he became one of the most powerful programs in the system. That would certainly be a story that many fans would look forward to. But for the moment, tell us what you think about this theory. Is it likely that the Merovingian has a copy of Neo trapped in a construct as he turns him into a weapon? Would you like to see a Merovingian series or movie? If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real in Matrix Explained.
For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.